What is up, guys? Mr. Boston Nation 123 here, and I am re-uploading the ArrayList video I made because for some reason my game capture device is not getting me actually testing the plugin, so I'm going to make sure that I do that this time. But yeah, let's get started. So an ArrayList basically is something where you can store information such as players or strings. But in my example that I will be using, I'm gonna store a player. So I'm gonna do private array list for a player, and then I'm gonna call it interacted because the player that is gonna right click with a iron hoe, and then it will shoot a snowball, and then it will add them to this array list, and you'll see what I mean soon. Okay, so to use an array list, you pretty much have to do that. Make sure you import everything. I still have everything imported, as you can see. But yeah, I'm gonna call it interacted, and I'm also gonna be using some events in this class. So I'm gonna implements listener, and now I can make my first event. So I can do @event_handler public void on interact player interact event, and I'll just call it E. I'm gonna check to see if the action is them right clicking the air. So if e.get action is equal to action dot right click air. So if their action is not them right clicking the air when they interact, then we're gonna stop. We're gonna return, stop the code, and I'm gonna have another check if. Well, first I'm gonna cast the player. So player p equals player e.get player, and now I'll have my check. I'm gonna check to see if the player is holding an iron hoe, in which I can do if e.get, well, I can just do p.get item in hand dot get type is equal to material dot iron hoe. Then we're gonna do the stuff that follows. So we're going to first of all launch our projectile. So p dot launch projectile egg. I'm gonna use an egg, and yeah, I'm also gonna, and then I'm gonna use the array list now. So I want this to be that when they interact once, then they will never be able to interact again unless the server is reloaded, because that refreshes everything. So to do that, I would have to add them to the array list. So interacted dot add, because interacted is the name of my array list, and then p, I can use a player because when I did the array list I called it interacted and I used player. So I'm adding them to that. Now I can just put another check up here. So if the player is not already interacted, so if interacted dot contains p. So if it doesn't contain p already, then we're gonna just do this stuff. And then we can do another thing where right here we can do if interacted dot, that's not how you spell if, everybody, just thought you should know. If interacted dot contains p, then we're going to just not do anything. We're just going to send them a message saying, a red message saying that they can only do this once. You may only shoot this egg once. Sorry. And then I can just, and here I can do p dot send message, not send map. chat color dot green plus you threw an egg. And then I'll do a space, and then I'll do their name. Oh, plus p.get name. Okay. Now we're gonna have to. We can just leave this here. We're gonna have to say return, so then it stops the code, so it doesn't continue this. Because once we add it, it'll then continue to this code, and then it'll perform that. So it would say you threw an egg, then you may only shoot this egg once. But since we return, then it will not do that. I can just do return here, just in case we want to add anything to this later. Now I'm going to use the method I created in my last video, and if you haven't seen that, I suggest go watching it to see what this method means. And I'm gonna create another event at event handler public void on join player join event e, and here I'm going to create the iron hoe which they will be interacting with. So item stack iron hoe is equal to set meta, like I said here, and then it asks for the item stack material. So new item stack, which is going to be material dot iron hoe, and then the name. So chat color dot bold plus. I'm actually going to change this to aqua, and then plus chat color dot bold plus iron hoe of justice. And I do this because you can't actually put these two next to each other because it doesn't like that. But if you do chat color plus aqua plus if you do chat color plus aqua and then plus these quotation marks, then it will do aqua and bold and whatever this is. So, oh no, not that yet. And then put another comma for my lore, which is what the item says when you hover your mouse over it. And then the lore will be gold, and it will say this hoe is a magical. Then it will then say on the second line of lore, chat color dot gold plus hoe for fighting villains. Okay. I don't know why I did that. I just felt the need. But I create that, then when they join, since this is called on the join event, so I can just do e dot get player dot get inventory and set item. I'm gonna set it in their 6th hotbar slot, which is 5 because the first hotbar slot is 0. Then I'm gonna set their 6th hotbar slot as an iron hoe. So now, if I only want it to shoot that egg and add them to the interacted array list, when it's this hoe, not just any old hoe, just this hoe specifically, then I can do if p.get item in hand dot get item meta dot get display name dot equals, then I can just copy this iron hoe of justice, so if it equals that, then we will just continue. So that would say all that stuff. That didn't really make sense, but yeah. Okay, so now it will only do this stuff if the iron hoe actually has the name Iron Hoe of Justice. So a normal iron hoe wouldn't do this. Now, since I added events to this, I'm gonna have to go into the onEnable and do bucket.getServer.get plugin manager, sorry, and then .register events, and my listener class, which is this class, and my main class, which is this class also. And now I am ready to export. So I can go ahead and refresh, export, next, and I'll call it YouTube plugin. And now I must put it in my server. I'm going to all my stuff, YouTube plugin. Okay. Now I can go to Minecraft. So let me just hold it up real quick. Looks like my recorder is still recording, and that is good and dandy. Won't get cut off this time. I can play, and yeah. It always goes to my other monitor. I don't know why. But let me just... Sorry about that. It actually looks like it got cut off again, but I saved it. Yeah. Okay. To continue testing, let's get on my server. And let's reload. Reload complete. And now I must actually get the thing. Okay, so it sets it as my 6th hotbar slot, and it says Iron Hoe of Justice. The lore is this hoe is a magical hoe for fighting villains. It looks pretty evenly spaced, so that was a good choice for me to use a second line of lore. Now if I click it, it shoots an egg. It says you threw an egg, the Kevin Awesome. And if I try to click it again, it does not shoot an egg, and it says you may only shoot this egg once. And that is because I added myself to the array list after I shot this egg. So, and I'll just show you real quick that it wouldn't work with any iron hoe because it doesn't have the same item meta as this one. So see, right clicking, I think you can hear that. It doesn't send me a message or anything, but with this it sends me you can only shoot this egg once. Sorry. Now, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like. Please give it like 10 likes because I redid it so you guys could see me testing it and it actually working. I'm sorry that my videos have been getting cut off. I don't know why they have. But yeah, subscribe for more bucket coding videos and more videos of anything. And thank you for watching. And this is the Kevin Awesome, and I am out.